everyone, my name is Heather and I am the social media and marketing manager here at Red Lake Brewing Company, and we're back for another week of me trying to cook stuff with beer. This week we are featuring our Ninja School Karate Lager, and I asked you all on Instagram and Facebook what you would like to see this week, and it was between Baja chicken tacos or Wisconsin beer brats, and overwhelmingly y'all chose Baja chicken tacos. So today that is what we're going to make, and we'll see how it turns out. This recipe is coming at a perfect time with the warmer weather coming around, and you can easily make this recipe at home to enjoy with your family for Cinco de Mayo with it just around the corner. Now I do want to preface with, chicken is kind of hard to come by right now. So I only had a little bit of chicken left that I had purchased from like a bulk purchase at Costco, but I didn't want to use that, so I went ahead and went to my local butcher and I actually got some chicken from him. So if you can't find it in your regular grocery store, definitely think about reaching out to a local butcher, and you'll also be supporting a small business, so that's really awesome. All right, now that I'm done chit-chatting, let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, we're going to mix all of these ingredients into a bowl together. So we've got our chipotle peppers, our cumin, our oregano, our minced garlic, lime juice, honey, and then our salt and pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll go ahead and fast forward this so you don't have to sit through mindless time. All right, now that I am done with my sauce, we are going to add everything to the crock pot. Now, the recipe called for 1 red onion. I ordered my groceries online and they were out of red onions, but I did have a sweet onion already chopped up in my freezer, so I'm just gonna use a cup of these. I don't mind if it adds a slightly sweeter taste. I can offset that with some cayenne pepper or whatever when I'm tasting it later on. Now for my crock pot, I have prepped my crock pot with a slow cooker liner. I highly recommend these. They make cleanup so easily, and this one box, I got it just for a few dollars, and it has 8 liners in it. So it's definitely worth the money and the time that you save cleaning up your crock pot on the back end. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to place the onions. We're gonna put a layer of the onions on the bottom of the crock pot, and then we're gonna lay our chicken on top. My chicken has already been cleaned, prepped, and it's been sitting covered in my refrigerator so that it didn't get warm. And then after we lay the chicken down, we're going to add the sauce that we just mixed together, and we're going to slow cook that on low for 4 to 6 hours. Now obviously if you don't have that time, you can cook on high, maybe about 2 to 3 hours. I would definitely check it to make sure that you don't overcook it, but yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I decided to just go ahead and bring my crock pot over here so that you could see what I was doing. Please forgive me if it's kind of loud. This liner is a little crinkly. So let me grab my onions. Like I said, I'm gonna do a cup of onions in here. So I've got just half a cup. All right, and then I'm just gonna use that to So I actually think I'm just gonna add the rest of this bag. I don't have much left, so I'm just gonna dump that all in there. Get rid of that. All right, I'm gonna spread this out. And like I said, my chicken has already been prepped. I've cleaned it, cut off all the excess fat. And I have 4 chicken breasts that I'm gonna be cooking. Lay that in there like that. So now we're going to add that sauce that we mixed up together. I'm just gonna give it a final little stir, and I'm just gonna drizzle that over top. I'm just making sure right now that I'm coating all of the chicken, at least the tops of it, before I start my crock pot. All right, so we have our chicken all covered, so I'm gonna put the lid on And where's my lid? So I'm gonna put the lid on, and then we're going to turn this on low heat for 4 to 6 hours. Y'all, I forgot to add the beer. So after you add your sauce on top, add your 12 ounces of beer. And in this case, we are using Ninja School Karate Lager. So I'm gonna add that to my crock pot, and then we're gonna let it cook for 4 hours. All right. Now, while our chicken is cooking, we are going to put together our Baja sauce. So I'm going to roughly chop up 1 jalapeno. I'm gonna roughly chop up half a cup of cilantro, and you can obviously add more or less depending on however you like. We also have a clove of garlic, which I have a tablespoon or a teaspoon here, and 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Now we're gonna add the jalapeno, the cilantro, and the garlic to our blender, and we're gonna roughly blend that up, and then we're gonna add in the lime juice. Now, while you are pulsing the cilantro, jalapenos, and garlic, you're gonna wanna go in periodically with a spatula and just push any ingredients that are on the side here. Just bring them back down to the bottom so you can chop them up. All right, so we have more than just lime juice to add. I clearly didn't read ahead enough. So we've got 2 tablespoons of lime juice going in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of the ingredients. We've got sour cream, honey, mayonnaise, and then fajita seasoning. And you're gonna add these in and then adjust to the taste with some salt and pepper. And if your sauce is too thick for your liking, then you can throw in a tablespoon or so of water. You know, just put some in, adjust it. It's totally up to you how you wanna eat it. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure out and add these other ingredients. Be careful with the honey. I have successfully gotten it everywhere. Now that my sauce is ready, I'm going to put the lid back on there, and I'm gonna place it in the fridge while the chicken is still cooking. And then once our chicken's ready, we're going to shred it with 2 forks. You can either take the chicken out of the crock pot, put it on a cutting board, and shred it, and then transfer it back so that it can get in with the juices from the crock pot. And then serve it that way with tongs or a slotted spoon. Or you can shred the chicken while it's in the crock pot and save yourself time from transferring chicken back and forth. After that, you're going to heat up your tortillas, whether you have corn or flour tortillas, and then just top them with whatever you'd like. I'm going to use cilantro. I have here some red cabbage and fresh jalapenos, and then we'll do, you know, cheese, sour cream, anything else that our heart desires. I will show you some clips of the chicken when it is done, shredded, and then our final tacos at the end. This would go really great with obviously maybe some black beans and Spanish rice, or a cilantro lime rice would be really good. And of course, a cold beer in hand. I do hope that you will try this recipe out. And again, like I mentioned earlier, Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner, and Taco Tuesday is once a week. So you can definitely make this recipe anytime. It's super easy. You just need some time to get the chicken in the crock pot and then make the sauce if you want it. But it's super easy. And like always, I will link the recipe down in the comments or in the description box for you to go ahead and try yourself. Again, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you next week. Cheers!
Mm-hmm.